Hello and welcome. This is Sahara playing Pillars of Eternity, the White March, and we are actually in the White March. The last episode, we were fighting some people when it came, these beings or creatures, when we came to Stalwart Village, and we now have a monk as a new
Zawa
party
is ready.
member. I do have to get him moved. I don't want him there. Okay, he's going to be an upright fighter, so we're only going to have two in the back. He's basically with his fist, but I have equipped him with some stuff for if we go against things. I also outfitted him. He looks nice. Okay. So let us get going. It looks like we have a lot of area here. I think there's a lot of things to pick up too, because along the fight that we had when we first came in here, you just went along. So I'm sure there are areas that I haven't picked up from dead, whatever the hell they were. So let's go. No, we don't want you.
Yeah.
Put you
Quickly
on
and quietly.
stealth in case she finds anything, and let us go to this first building right here. I don't think there's anything over here, is there? Nope. Let's see what the sign says. It says Stalwart Fishery. Well, it makes sense because he was hiding in one of these barrels of fish innards. Yeah. He is kind of he is dual welding, isn't he? I never thought about that. Okay, so we've got fishery guard, fishery worker.
We should check the barrels for more crazy monks.
Yeah. It's gonna be considered stealing, I figured that. Can we talk? Just a few minutes more in the history, and the fishery would have burned too. That's also stealing. Alright, another worker.
Back to work, everyone. No time for dallying.
Half my ship was on the militia. We lost a lot of people. Well, we tried. Brittle tallied the dead. Gonna have us work extra shifts to take quota. Another attack like that and we won't have enough hands to feed the village. Oh, okay, there he is. This tattered net appears to have been set aside for mending. Sorry, I'll be right back. I'm just checking around here, looking at stuff. What's wrong? Sorry, my ears are still ringing. The dead eyes of Spectoback, Iron Tooth Pike, and Frost Silverfish gaze up at you. Oh, there's a clerk here. These roasting fish provide much of the pungent odor permeating the fishery. Yeah, I would imagine. Let's see, does he have anything to say? I wasn't expecting anyone to come by the fishery for a while. Guess that's the proper way to go about it. Really, carry on like it's business as usual. Well, you guys are all acting like it anyway. Can I get you anything? Well, let me see what you have. Of course. Oh, we can get camping supplies. He only has 2 though. Ivory worm figure. Oh, what the hell is that? I didn't want that. Small, hefty, finely crafted figure of a worm. No, I don't want that. Oil fish, ring of overseeing. I think I have something like this, only worth 110. But we need one more of these, so we will take that. I'm sure I have stuff to sell, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Alright, so let's talk to the head of this fishery, Gryden, something like that.
A fine thing you reached us when you did. It would have burned the fishery next, mark my words.
His voice sounds familiar. He wraps your hand in a sturdy handshake.
And the last thing this lot needs is another excuse to knock off early.
He raises his voice at this last remark and glowers around the room. The other fisher folk look studiously away and focus on mending the nets, gutting fish, and sorting the day's catch. Oh, they just went through a hell of a fight. I can't imagine why they'd be in any hurry. He looks as if he's trying not to breathe.
Anyway, excuse the mess. If there's something you need, the clerk can get you sorted.
He raises a graying eyebrow at a man sorting various stocks and supplies near the back of the room.
Just watch your step if you have a mind to look around. The floors are slick and none too pleasant to fall on.
I've got questions about the fishery, really, do I?
Been running it 4 decades now. Reckon I can tell you what you want to know.
Seems like a big operation.
It may stink of fish guts, but there's no place more critical to Stalworth's survival.
He nods, a blush of pride rising above his beard. Oh, so he's got a beard, does he? Oh, he does.
Herds come and go, so there's seasons when our catch sustains the village.
He glances around the fishery, bustling with activity and warm with the heat of the cook fire. Herds. They're not really herds, they're swarms of fish, not herds.
But try telling these folk as much. We go home each day covered to the elbows in fish oil and entrails, reeking of our work.
His eyes soften with the gaze of a stern and beloving father. Aloth forces a smile. Charming.
Stalworth's shrinking, but it would disappear if we lost the fishers. I drive him hard, but I can't afford to do otherwise.
And what do you do here? Like, we don't already know that's what a fishery is.
Just about everything. I track the day's catches and see that our nets and hooks are in working order.
He crosses his arms over his broad chest, throwing his shoulders back.
My family's been in charge of the fishery since the early days of Stalworth. I know the best spots to find frost dive or an iron-toothed pike, and I make sure we don't overfish the speckleback.
All right, that's all I wanted to know.
Need anything else?
No, very well. What was the reason for this here? I guess. Other than that there's a place to sell our stuff at, I suppose. Alright, so let's go this way. Got a chest. Oops, better put on my... We got fish. Makes sense. Nothing here. Ish. His name is Ish. Perhaps I'll adjust to this. I'll find it without your help. Not giving up. You hear me? Perhaps if I adjust this like this. Okay, so we've got something we're supposed to be talking to these guys about. A dwarf paces with his head down and arms crossed, only stopping to hurl glances at the building behind him. His face is smeared dark with grime, and soot falls from his beard as he mumbles to himself. Worked my hands into bloody stumps in this place, and for what? He kicks at a mound of dirty snow. Start with nothing, leave with less. He extends his arms out. Who are you, Well? The attack of the ogres has hurt everyone. Oh, they were ogres, okay. Enjoying the taste of misery, are you? Grow a spine. I would say grow a pair. Well, who were you yelling at? At idiots, that's who, and I'm as much to blame for believing them. The dwarf wrinkles his nose, nostrils flaring like a horse. Well, good riddance. Should have never settled here in the first place. Some things you mean to leave behind. Come to find out you packed them anyway. And that's very true. If you leave somewhere to escape your problems, you're taking your problems with you. Yeah. But I'm not leaving until I recover what's mine. They can't deny me again, not after this. He never introduced himself, so how do I know who his name is? He gestures at the burnt-out buildings. Those sweet-tongued priests took my heirlooms. Bury the memory of my past, they said. Now I don't have even that. I take it you gave something of yours to one of Andra's gift bearers? I take it you gave something of yours to one of Andra's gift bearers. Akron takes his gaze away from the ground and gives you a sideways glances. You're quick. Wish I had those wits when they spoke of peace and redemption in the eyes of the goddess. Those priests, Audrin's dogs, Said the goddess would forgive, that some things were best left to be forgotten. He nods towards the nearby temple. Their leader, Lapta, I believed her words. Another one of them, a gift bearer, took my medallion. He closes his stocky hand into a fist. And now they won't tell me where it is. Your problem is that you give meaning to meaningless objects. Here, let me show you something. I need one of your rings. Oh, okay. Akram draws back his hand, but Zanu gives him a trustworthy nod. After a moment's hesitation, Akram relents, dropping a jeweled band into Zanran's outstretched palm. Immediately, Zanu flings it into the lake. See, you are no worse off. Okram's face, already splashed with pink from the cold, turns a deep shade of crimson, and his mouth puckers as though his head were set to implode. After a tense moment, his breathing slows and his fists unclench, his original look of pained frustration returning. Yeah, don't trust him. Oh my god, that's just too funny. They'll respond better to tact than tirades. Have they no sympathy? I'll bring your plight to them. Why would I waste my time on a senile dwarf who doesn't know what he wants from one moment to the next? That is cruel. Why won't they tell you? Because they think they know better, that's why. Said it was the only way I'd forget. But you haven't forgotten, and you will eventually. So, what did you want to forget about your past? That was a different life. Better days until Okram closes his eyes and shakes his head. Mots of soot fall onto his hunched shoulders. It's my burden to bear, not yours. I thought to cast it away, but the memories I lost were all the wrong ones. What else did you give the priest? The dwarf casts a measuring look at you. He quickly turns his head away and nods. You'd understand its value. My armor, a set finer than I've ever seen, but worthless to an old dwarf. I'd have traded it for the medallion, but fool that I was, I gave them both. Maybe there's something I can do? Not the kind of talk that I've grown used to these last few years, I admit. Not the kind of talk that I've grown used to these last few years, I admit. The priest may pretend otherwise, but folks here tend to look only after themselves. I'd be surprised if they return it willingly. They believe it's a sacred duty to cast the offerings to the goddess in some place where they'll be forgotten. Better to find where they drop them, I think. So what Lapta's role in all this? She leads that group of crows. They look over the temple as folks started to leave. Came to unburden those that sought to forget their misery, here they say. So tell me about this medallion you want to recover. It belonged to my sister. It was just a pretty trinket to her. To me, the dwarf casts his gaze down. She was the last of my family. That still acted like family to me. Well, but then I can understand why you want it. Goodbye. I don't expect to let you grace me now, but if you find anything, I'll be here. Count on it. He gives you a vigorous nod. Okay, regrets worth trading. Speak to Lapta. And I know there was another one that popped up. Dungree's Battery. Illiterate, nope, not that one. There was one that popped up when we were in Siege, Dream, and Memory. Is it Prison of Ice? No. Administrate, nope, that's not. Oh, maybe it's tasks. Yep, here it is. The Fisherman's Penance. I met the head fisherman is stalwart. He's a gruff guy, but he seems to take a lot of pride in his role. The Fisherman's Penance. What does that have to do? I have I have another bounty here that I forgot that I needed to do. Okay. So we have somebody over here then, too. Go ahead and save. There's gonna be a lot of talking in this episode because we.
Oh, it's working! Yes! I can't believe it! It's really... Oh.
The Dwarvian woman looks at you, a disappointed expression on her face. In her hands is a large rectangular box covered in strange dials and symbols. I get their reaction a lot. I don't think she was acting like she was expecting someone. She's disappointed because she got whatever she was working on to work and then it didn't. So what's working?
My ore locating divination tool. Well, that's what it will be. I have to calibrate it. Right now it seems to think you're a copper deposit.
Ah.
My Animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul essence might interfere. I'm more interested in minerals in any case.
My Animancer contacts did suggest that a particular strong soul. Well, that would be me. Well, maybe I do have a strong soul.
I suppose that's possible. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, unfortunately.
Well, what are you looking for?
I'm trying to recreate the instruments that first led the Pargrin dwarves to this mountain. This is my latest prototype.
Okay.
Centuries ago, dwarves carrying tools just like this one followed their readings to what is now the battery. If I can recreate their work, then I may be able to find ore deposits elsewhere. I was hoping to test it, but my arrival was delayed by word of the ogre attack. I haven't been able to find anyone to venture up the mountain since.
If I do it, I'll do it if you'll pay me for it. No, I could go up the mountain for you.
Really? That'd be wonderful. I just have to adjust the device, you see.
Her hands move swiftly over the box, adjusting knobs and dials.
It should point you toward metal deposits. We already know the battery rests on some rich veins, but I was hoping to get a reading of the surrounding mountainside. If you can follow the readings to ore and bring back a sample, I can use it to refine the device. Thanks ever so much for this.
All right. So I got sacred instruments. Use Esta's device to track down precious metals outside of Durgrin's battery. Certain that her device works similar to those used by the dwarves of Dugan's battery to divine the location of valuable metals. All right, one moment. Never fails. When I get on here, then I get froggy. I always get froggy. Okay, so is there? Oh, let's
Got
see.
it.
There's a box up here. Oh, it's not stealing. Let's see. And this is temple. Oh, this is the temple. The one that he was all mad about. Let's go in there and talk to Lapta. Sounds like laughter. She's laughing at everybody because she's taking their stuff. We got a shieldsman. He's just looking at us like, what the hell you think you're doing? Oh, that's an interesting tree growing there. Stealing. Carvings dedicated to Andra adorn every inch of this large wooden chest. Its lid appears firmly secured, even with no latch or locking mechanism inside. Inspect the chest. The chest seems old, its wood cracked and bleached by the passage of time. Before you can take a closer look, an acolyte steps around to face you. Don't touch that! His voice cracks like a whip. The other acolytes look at him as if to urge some compassion. He frowns. I mean to say, that's sacred to Andra. Please, leave it alone. Yeah, okay. We're not gonna... Okay, so we have somebody who's named here. What's up there? That's stealing. Okay, there's Lapta. What else is in here? Is this it? That's the one that just gave us a look. I imagine they probably all do. That's a spell viewer. They're all just giving us this stupid stare. Okay, so let's leave her to last. Let's talk to this Quexo. A young man dressed in sturdy leathers glares at you. The creases in his face, tanned despite the scarce sunlight of the region, suffer a slight twitch as you approach him. I've got nothing for you. Speak Velapta if you must. He turns away, his nose wrinkled. Well, you guys are really friendly for being some kind of followers of whoever. Let's talk to Lapta then. Veins course under this woman's pale skin like icy fissures, yet when she speaks her voice flows warm and soothing. Andra welcomes you into her embrace. Her features soften with compassion. We're here to ease the pain of your past, ready to take your burdens. With a thin smile, she nods. If you let the goddess help with your hardships, if you let the goddess help with your let me see if I can read that again. If you let the goddess help with your hardships, of course. Tell me about Andra. Andra is the goddess of redemption, deep like an ocean and gentle as a mother. She's here to relieve her children of their darkest burdens. You mean you're ready to steal them, and yeah. We came here to aid the villagers, to heal the wounds of the past that fester in their souls. I thought Andra was the goddess of loss and mourning, not redemption. The priestess crosses her arms and shifts her weight. Common notion. Others may believe so, but the goddess's mysteries are profound. Her true power lies in redeeming your loss and regret. So you restructured the whole religion to your advantage. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Well, I want to know more about the gift bearers. Gift bearers do Andra's most valued work. They carry the material burdens of unfortunate souls into her embrace so that the goddess may help them forget. So I want to ask you about Andra Okran's heirloom. The dwarf already asked. We gave him the counsel he needed. Slight irritation sharpens her tone. She seems to catch herself, modulating her voice back to a pleasant timbre. And naturally, we'll do what we can for you too. Ask what you will. Well, he wants his medallion back. She brings her hands together and nods. Okram, how often we let the shadows of the past become a burden even to others. That medallion weighs on Okram's mind. You're kind to help, but what he really needs is to cast away those memories. He's changed his mind. As a priest, you must listen. He's lost everything. How can you take away the only thing left from his past? Yeah, he's changed his mind. As a priest, you must listen. I listened to him. Such dark memories, so much regret. We took on his burdens for his good and for the good of the village. His belongings, his past, now rest in Andra's realm to be forgotten so that the wounds of the soul may heal. This is the will of the goddess. Let's suppose Okram has moved on. Tell me where his heirloom is. He hasn't, and that's the point. Lapta crosses her arms. Besides, you have no authority here. Well, I wonder what the villagers' leaders would have to say about that. You think we don't act in accordance with the local customs? The village knows we're here to help the unfortunate like Okram. They trust us. I can keep asking for a long time. A flush of color invades the priestess's pale skin. I see there is no distracting you, or dissuading you, and you seem, she glances you over, a person of will. Very well. Okram's heirlooms was taken by Kaylee. Exel, chosen gift-bearer among us, to be cast away as an offering to Odrum. Only he knows where. She pauses and looks at you intently. Okay, so we only gained 300 experience. You could ask him yourself, but he's on a trek through the mountains of Dungra's battery. If you run into Extol, tell him he has urgent duties to attend here. So tell me about your gift bearer. Extol has business near Dungan's Battery, those mountains are dangerous. If you insist upon carrying out this request of Akram's, then that's where I'd search for answers. Well, it's hard to believe that the only gift bearer knows where Andra's offerings are cast away. Is it? Our goddess frees us from our earthly burdens. It's best if only one of us knows where they are taken, lest we all end up suffering under their weight. Let me ask about something else. Nope, okay. Interesting. So, we'll have to claim that only Kayla, a gift bearer, or Excel, a gift bearer, knows the location. So are we going to talk to us now or not? Leave me be. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay. I don't like this temple because they changed the whole premise to steal. He's probably selling it. I'm sure that's what they're doing. They take the stuff and then sell it.
Eh?
Well, this is what I wanted.
Sure.
See, here's some stuff here. As you step outside, the heavy wooden door of the temple slams behind you. You hear someone barring it from the other side. It sounds like the priests have engaged in an agitated conversation. You get the sense that they are discussing you, but you're also certain that the door is too thick to eavesdrop through, although there may be other places nearby where you'd stand a better chance. Lafta claimed, I overheard a commotion inside the temple after I spoke with, from the conversation between the priests and her acolytes. Okay, here's some. How could you?
Laying low.
Oh, okay. The wooden shutters of the temple's window closed tight, muffle a set of voices coming from within the building. You can't quite make sense of the murmur, but cracking a shutter open would likely help. A rusty iron latch holds the window shutters closed. With care, you should be able to unfasten it without being noticed. Listen with your ear against the shutters. You place your ear against the coarse wood. Muffled voices rise and fall inside the temple. It's much too difficult to clearly make out what they say, but you think that something might be learned if you keep at it. Unfasten the latch. You carefully begin to lift the latch from its metal hook. Halfway there, the rusted iron resists with a screech. You freeze, listening to the voices in hopes the priest didn't hear. Their conversation continues uninterrupted. Pour some oil on the latch. You grab the latch and apply just the right amount of oil, nudging the metal until its rust gives way without a sound. Carefully, you pull the window shutters open enough to let the voices flow through. You hear a man speaking, his tone agitated. You do that? Hope the mountains will do it. Hope the mountains will do it? What if X? His sentence cuts as if the man were speaking to all sides of the room. She tells him instead. What then? You have lost an item. Oil, okay. She tells them instead. What then? You recognize Lafta's voice responding. Why would she? And with all those dangers near the battery, our gift bearer won't delay. I expect the man interrupts her. You always expect. Look where that's taken us. A dying village. Ogres at the walls. Exel's not back yet, and now I have to do his His jaws drop and seize, muffling what he has to. His voices drop and seize, muffling what he has to say. And now I have to do his part. I would assume. Oh, come on. A moment after, Lafta replies, Do you think I wanted this? That I could have known in advance? A pause ensues, its tension growing until the priestess's voice cuts it in half. We can't wait for him. We must fish out the last batch quickly. After that, we'll decide. The man responds in a broken voice, barely audible. You only distinguish the last words. In that Russell Wood pond. I'll go. Their exchange seems to end. Cautiously, you step away from the window of Andra's temple. Okay. So, I listened to a private conversation between Lafta and her acolytes. Apparently, they worry for the safety of the gift bearer during his journey near Durgan's battery. The priest also spoke of something important to them that's hidden in the russet wood. Find the gift bearer or search the waters of the russet wood. Okay. So where's the russet wood? Is probably on the map. No, that just takes me back to here. Okay. Aloth wants to talk to... Oh no, we all leveled up. Ooh. Okay, so we are going to level up more. Well, the monk ended up being level 14, so it makes sense. You only have 6, so mechanics isn't going to help you, neither is stealth. Yeah, you don't have enough. So I don't know if we're going to keep leveling up or not. Wall of... Oh, here is his... So we can add to that. Form of the helpless beast. Fleetfoot. Minor, Pole of Eora. Wizard summons his back, draws all nearby enemies toward it each time it pulses. Well, that's kind of different. Wreathing Tentacle summons a trio of powerful tentacles that cannot move but can inflict crush and corrode damage, and the stock infliction on anyone they hit. Only lasts for 15 seconds though. Is it worth it? An insidious magical contingency activates when the caster hits 50%, he or she immediately knocks all immediately close enemies prone while gaining a damage reduction and defense bonus for a short time. That's kind of different. Causes enemies in the area of effect to envision their worst fears, causing them to be weakened and terrified. Form of the helpless beast. Transform a single kit enemy into a pig. The pig has very poor defenses but can move quickly. That's kind of different. How can it move quickly when it says speed is slow? Okay. That's an interesting one. Killing Bolt. This spell inflicts a heavy amount of raw damage to a target. Any non-spirit felled by the attack will summon a specter under the caster's control. Any non-spirit felled by the attack will summon a specter under the caster's control. That's kind of neat. Substantial Phantom is an advanced version of Essential Phantom, clearing an independent copy. Creating an independent copy, the wizard can cast a small set of low-level spells. Is more durable than Essential Phantom. I don't think I've ever used that. I don't even think I have it equipped. Chaotic Orb. Named for the eccentric Adrian Wizard. The chaotic orb bounces between a number of enemies, dealing damage and inflicting a variety of negative afflictions, including petrified, paralyzed, weakened, sick. Oh, that's kind of cool. I do that. I do like that. Wall of Draining. Enemies passing through or standing in this wall will lose time from any other timed beneficial status effects. For each second drained, the wizard gains duration on any beneficial status effects they have. I like this. Okay. And talents. Heart of the Storm. No. Defensive. recovery. By adopting the strict discipline of a fighter, the character is able to pace themselves in combat steadily. Grants veterans recovery. Well, that's not bad. That's what I think Adar has on him. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, and then Durance. Oh, he's got 12. Okay. So he's got 11 for lore. So 7. I do 7 here for survival. And that's 13. So the survival is important too. Okay. Does he have the same thing? He's got wounding shot. This rhyme mimics the chanter's ability to summon skeletons through, though it cannot be used until some time has passed in combat and cannot be used frequently. No. Missiles. Whether the character has learned how to duplicate the effects of one of the most popular spells in the Eastern Reach. As the character does not use a grimoire as a wizard does, the effect is not quite as powerful. Channels power similar to a barbarian's tremendous rage. Increase in attack speed, might, 1 per encounter. Novice's suffering. The character has earned a portion of the intense pain tolerance. No, it's passive though. Increased damage. Their unarmed attacks do increased damage and gain power as they advance. No, novice suffering does not apply to a druid's shapeshift form. They have to be unarmed. Gallant's focus. The character's intense beliefs have manifested as an aura with properties similar to a paladin's zealous focus. So that's something he would do as a model. Power of a fledgling cipher. No. The character is attuned themselves to the natural world like a druid and is able to focus his power on an enemy with the effects of the Nature's Mark spell. Allows the character to imitate the brutal opportunity strikes of a rogue's sneak attack, taking advantage. Oh, this is passive. Advantage of opponents when they are at their most vulnerable. That's probably not bad. Because he's always melee. Yeah, I think we're going to do that one. Okay. And then Ader. Okay, so he's got 6. He doesn't have enough or anything. Because he needs athletics and survival. Okay. So offensive, let's see here. Weapon. He's using swords. Bell, wand, and war bow. Hunting bow, unarmed, no. Nope, that's not him. He's using great sword, warhammer. Nope, he's not that. Doesn't he have him? Unless he's already got it. Weapon, focus, adventurer. Full axe, flail, wand, no. Dagger, rapier, mace, specter, no. Hatchet, spear, he doesn't use any of those. He must already have it. Saber, stiletto, club, pistol. Great sword, pike, warhammer. So savage attack. Attacking the unbridled ferocity character, sacrifice melee accuracy for sufficient. No. Venom strike. The mixture of animal and plant venom applied to his or her weapon. The character is able to deliver a toxic strike that does raw damage over time. Grants envenomed strike. That would be nice for those long ass fights that we have. Use your primary attack. Marksman. Increases the character's accuracy with ranged weapons. No. Reload speeds are faster for crossbows. Oh, I didn't know they had that. Gunner. Well, yeah, because they are so slow. Dangerous implement. Increases damage done by implements. Wands, scepters, and rods. Okay, I'm going to have to look at that for some of our one-handed style. While wielding a single one-handed melee weapon, some of the attacker's hits are converted to crits. Grants a damage bonus while wielding a two-handed melee weapon. He does one-handed. I suppose maybe we should do... And also these. Okay, those are... Granting danger against all the... Oh, yes. Those are vessels that we fight at Deos's. And we were not doing any damage. This would increases damage against vessels 25%. Yeah. That's where we're going with that one. Okay. And then me. So I think I'm also going to do the one for vessels. I only have 6. Yeah, I kind of... Hers had to go everywhere, didn't it? I think athletics is probably where I need to go. Grant second win. Yeah. Let's go athletics. Okay, is it going to give me... What am I looking for? This one here against vessels? Yes, it does. Yep, okay. Yep, passive. We got it. All right. Just trying to get myself prepared for that other fight, because it's going to be bad. All right, so we're all level... She didn't level up, though. Okay. Do I see anything interesting? Do we have us on fast? I don't think I do. No, I do. Okay, so this is where we came in at. Right? It is. Okay, so Durgan's battery is up there. This is the Deerwood, Russet Wood. Oh. So the only place we can get to right now is Russet Wood. Unless I have to trigger... There might be something up further that I can trigger. Can we talk to you? We're damn lucky you arrived when you did. Yes, you are damn lucky that we arrived when we did. These smelters haven't seen use in a long time. I wonder where that is. Okay, so where are we at? We're up here. Okay, we have something here. And we have something up here. So let's go up this way, since we're this away. Ah, maybe this is another way to get off the map. No. Oh, but it takes us to here. Now we can get there. Okay. And then from there, how would we get there? Probably from here. Thank you, I probably needed that. I thought there was somewhere I could go up here. Breathing Mother. Okay, wait a minute here. I think whatever I'm supposed to get into, I've got covered. Oh, it just tells you how to get to something. Okay, but it's a good thing I went there. I picked up a hammer and chisel. Alright, so let's go down to this tent. Or caravan, or whatever it is. A wagon. Okay. Hello. The Orlin bows to you. Ah, the adventurer who saved the village. So good of you to visit my humble wagon. I am Yandra. How's business? He gestures at the village around them. Poor, like this place. Not much coin to be made trading in furs and fish. I came to the White March because I assumed there would be no competition, and I have none because there's nothing to compete over out here. Because there's nothing to compete over out here. Would you like to trade? If you're not making any money on here, why do you stay? His eyes lower. I was rather vocal about my inevitable success with my friends and family. If I give up and return with little more than I left, then... His hands ball into fists. No, it won't be like that, and I'm not giving up yet. So show me what you have for sale. Monk clothing. What? Monk clothing. I thought I had clothing. Monk outfit. Recovery speed. Frequently worn by practitioners of unarmed combat. This outfit is light and durable. It's got a... Oh, it's got a damage, not something terrible. No. Nope, he's fine with what he's got. Anything else? Tundra clothing. They're all cheap stuff. Unless I need it for something. Gauntlets of accuracy? Buckle. Wind below 50% endurance against disease, poison attacks. Oh, that's interesting. Ring of deflection. Unique. 2 enemies needed to flank. Rupa was a bruiser and a follower of Wall. He was often hired as a courier of bodyguard because of his size and strength. Yet he was a quiet man, and he developed a habit of walking with his head bowed in prayer. Because of this, would-be thieves frequently attempted to waylay him. But he was blessed by the god of secrets. With uncanny foresight, he dodged and parried these sudden attacks and slew his assailants, sewing their eyes into his cloak. Oh my god! He intended it as a warning to others, but it is a challenge. Eventually, he discarded this cloak and wore a simpler, subtler garment in its place. The sight of the dark cloak with shimmering, shifting eyes became infamous among highwaymen and bandits. Oh my god. That's just too funny. I'd almost want to take it just for that. It increases his perception and 2+ enemies needed to flank. It has maximum endurance, damage reduction / pierce crush. I would almost buy it just for that. And give it to him because that just seems so appropriate for him. Oh, yeah, I'll do it. Hat of Perfection. Wow, 1200. This hat was designed by an apprentice wizard. Might, constitution, but loses... No, Exceptional hunting bow. Speed fast. Oh, well that's better than what she's got right now. Yeah. She's got a crossbow. Yeah, so we're taking that. We got a lot of stuff, but I don't know if we can trade that stuff with him. No, we don't have a lot. Nah, I'm fine. Okay. So let's do... This is gonna go to him. We have an eye on it. Okay, so we got an eye on you now. And this is going to go to her. Yeah, because she's got a crossbow, and that crossbow is nasty. Okay. Okay, and where are we at now? We got to go up in here. And we have a pond. Ooh, a hot springs is what it is. Okay.
Eh?
What is the time? What is the time? Yep, it's 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and close down this
No problem.
episode. And when we come back, we will finish going to Stalwart Village. I'm sure there's other quests that I will be picking up, talking to people. So if you're enjoying, click like, leave a comment, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Sahara out.